Okay, guys, so here we are to start our second lesson. Okay, so the objective of this lesson here is for us to use this story here, um, the story of how Richard Bennett decided to give up his job and go to the South Pole. So our objective here is to really consolidate our knowledge of the simple past. Okay, so at this point, because you've already practiced quite a lot with these kind of exercises, you know what you have to do, right? So you click on the Q1 button here, you play the video stops automatically, and then you complete the text, right? That's what you normally do, right? You already know how to do that. Okay, so as a demonstration, I'm just going to do one part of the exercise here and then demonstrate how you're going to do this in the map. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's Richard Bennett's story, and here we go. Last year, Richard Bennett gave up his job in a London bank and decided to walk to the South Pole. Okay, and why did you, Richard, give up your job? That's the question the reporter asked Richard. And then Richard explained that he didn't like his job and that he had a lot of problems at home. He wanted to get away from it all. He wanted to find himself. So he left England in August. What did he do first? First, he flew to Buenos Aires, and from there he traveled to the Antarctic by boat. Okay? Well, and because you've already done this exercise before, you know that you have to advance, and then this time you have to type in the words, because that way you're test your memory, you're consolidating the story, but you're also improving your ability to spell these words. So Richard Bennett gave. How do you spell gave? G-A-V-E. He gave up his job in the London bank and decided, D-E-C-I-D-E-D. Decided to, what did he decide to do? He decided to walk to the South Pole, okay? And then you keep moving forward, doing all the exercises until you get to this section here where you have to answer the questions. Okay, so when did Richard give up his job? Well, he gave up his job when last year, actually. And where did he work? He worked in a London bank. Okay, once again, the objective is to consolidate this story, but this time to help you consolidate the interrogative structure of the English language as well. Then you keep advancing. This time you do the same, but you have to remember the answers. You have to spell each word. Okay, one by one, until you get to question number 2. Then what I want you to do is this. I want you to stop, and before you start practicing with the second part of the story, you come here to the map. Okay, so notice that in this mind map application, at this point, you've already received a link to this map, and the link that I shared with you is a link as a viewer. Remember, you have to save a copy to your drive, not to your drive, I'm sorry, you have to save a copy to your account so that you can use my map as the starting point for your map. Okay, so here I'm going to do a quick demonstration of how I would like you to work with this map. So I've already built one up here, okay? But I'm going to show you a technique that can be very interesting for you to construct your map in a very easy way studying. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to select this node here called last year, okay? And I'm going to copy. So I'm going to press Ctrl-C on my keyboard. Then here I'm going to create a new node, okay? And I'm going to call this the keywords, okay? Here are the keywords that I need for my new map, keywords. And then I'm going to, with this node selected, I'm going to press Ctrl-V. And as you can see, I made a copy of this map. Okay, but now what I want to do is this. I want to create even one more node, okay? And I'm going to call this the transfer area, okay? The transfer area, okay? Because what I want to do is this. I want to get all of these words, okay? London Bank, the South Pole, preposition to, the verb to walk, his job, give up, not like, problems, why, decide, it all, from, get away, find himself, to, and wanted. Okay, so here you have everything that you need. Okay, right. And so I'm going to, now we're going to close this, move it aside, and I'm going to create even more, one more node here. And this is my construction area. And right here, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to call this my construction work. Okay, my construction work. Okay, so I'm talking about Richard Bennett part 1, right? I'm gonna call this #1. Okay, so this is gonna be #1. Okay, right, so I'm talking about Richard Bennett, right? Okay, so here we go. Richard Bennett. Okay, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna get all the words from here and build the map like this. So Richard Bennett, okay, what is the story that I'm trying to tell? Well, it's something that happened last year, okay? I forgot to rub that from the other side. So I'm talking about something that happened last year. Okay, so what is this story? Well, last year, Richard Bennett, what did he do? Well, he gave up. And what did he give up? Well, he gave up his job. Okay, and what did he decide to do? Now, Richard Bennett decided to do something. What did he decide to do? Let's have a look. He decided to give up his job. And he decided to walk. He decided to walk to, what was his destination? He decided to walk to the South Pole. So let's see if it's working. Last year, Richard Bennett gave up his job. But where was his job? Oh, his job was in a London bank. So last year, Richard Bennett gave up his job in a London bank and decided to walk to the South Pole. But then we have to answer this question. Why? Why did Richard give up his job? Well, we have two answers for that. One, he did not like his job and he had a lot of problems at home. Okay? And then we have to talk about what he wanted by doing this, right? So what did Richard want? Well, he wanted two things. One, he wanted to get away from it all, but he also wanted to find something. What did he want to find? He wanted to find himself, and he wanted to get away from it all. And then by doing this, you have the map. And then the next thing you have to do is to navigate the map. So let's go over this, navigating the map. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration. Then you're going to stop this video and you're going to work on your map by yourself. So here's a quick demonstration. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. So last year, Richard Bennett gave up his job in a London bank and decided to walk to the South Pole. Why did Richard give up his job? Well, he didn't like his job and he had a lot of problems at home. What did he want? He wanted to get away from it all and he wanted to find himself. And basically that's it. Okay, guys, so this is supposed to be a short video to guide in the content of lesson number 2. Okay, in this particular link here, in this particular mind map that represents lesson 2, there will be another 2 or 3 more videos exploring the other parts of the story and the other things that I want you to work on. Okay, so that's it for now.